Hi, welcome to betsafe.com. We've given you our whole Premier League preview for Week 18 here on BetSafe, but we're going to give you an extended one on the big one at the Etihad at the weekend. It's Manchester City against Spurs. Don't just say Man City. I want you first and foremost to give me a reason why Spurs could go there and win. Incidentally, this probably does 6-11 Man City odds on, 18-5 the draw, and 26-5 Spurs.
No, I can't.
Well, hang on, right, you're Pochettino. Formation, do we match Manchester City?
Well, he does like the three at the back. So I think first and foremost defensively, a lot of teams recently have played three at the back against Man City, and to some extent, I know City have won the last 15 games now. Yeah. To some extent, they've had a bit of success. So he was maybe going to look at that, and with Tottenham having better players than the Southamptons and the West Hams who have done it recently, might give them a bit more of a chance.
I actually think that Spurs will give them more of a game than what Manchester United did.
It wouldn't be hard.
Well, yeah.
You know,
and I don't want to be unkind to Man United, Paul. I'm kind of stating the fact that they were average.
They were, and I thought City made them look average as well. I don't, going back to the derby quickly, I don't believe for 1 minute this thing that Mourinho set up to play that way. I think, he wanted to be sound defensively and look to hit in the break by playing Lingard, Rashford, Martial and Lukaku. I just think City were that good that they made United have to play that way.
Does that mean then, regardless of how Spurs set up against them, I know you think that Spurs will probably win the game, that Man City will win the game, but it might not be just as convincing, it might be tighter than a lot of people are expecting? Yeah,
I do expect a tight game, but I just think look, Spurs have got quality throughout their team, you know that, and you know, I said at the start of the season I fully expected Spurs to be Man City's biggest rivals for the Premier League, but they're not as consistent as they have been the last two seasons, Spurs. You know, and I know they've missed players on and off. They do rely, I know Son's hitting a bit of form, they rely massively on Harry Kane. And Dele Alli's not in the form that he has been in as well.
He's actually not even been a starter in the team.
No, he could get left out the other night there. I fully expect him to start at the weekend because the kid's a top player, but I'm just looking at the way teams previously, even in the big games, the way Chelsea tried to tackle Man City, the way United, I'll even go Napoli, who are a top team. And City just seem to find answers of how to do it. You know, and everybody talks about them, how good they are with the ball, and we all know that. They are outstanding without the ball as well, how they press teams and how they get after them. And the big thing for me, and I was lucky to be in and around it pre-season, the team spirit seems fantastic. Yet again, which is something that could be pointed the finger at when you've got millionaire football players when they don't really gel as they obviously seem to be doing at the moment. The huge thing for me after the derby, you've got Sergio Aguero left out. World-class striker, one of the best in the world. He takes Jesus off, keeps Aguero on the bench. At the end of the game, Sergio Aguero was celebrating with all his teammates in front of the City fans as if he had just scored the winner. Amazing. Now, players of that ilk normally off down the touchline, into the changing room, happy for their teammates, but really peeved that they've not done it.
And then plays the next game, gets a goal. Was it Swansea they played? Was it Swansea?
Swansea.
They beat quite easily, and all of a sudden he's thinking, well, I've given Guardiola a bit of a problem to say, does he play me or does he
play both? Do you know what I mean? Both? Exactly. And I just think that team spirit, with the ball, without the ball, they're just phenomenal at the minute.
I mean, it's too early to say they're going to win the league, but they're a long way ahead, aren't they? And they've gone in, what is it 14, 15, 16 games?
15 consecutive wins.
Who's going to beat them?
No, I know, but it is. And I thought the game against Swansea was trickier than what it looked. You know, they've just won a huge derby. Going away to Swansea, I thought they would have won, but I expected it to be a little bit closer.
He juggled the pack a little anyway, didn't he? And he played some of the ones that didn't start against Manchester United. And I think the hunger in the team was probably the biggest thing for me, because they know if you're not in the team, there's not going to be the scenario where Man City are probably not going to win. They'll certainly have such a tight game that unless something disastrous happens, somebody gets sent off, then they're not going to be there. They really need to be in and around the team most of the time.
They're all singing off the same sheet, and you know, and I was laughing with somebody the other day there, and we're talking about how good Ederson's been, the goalkeeper.
He's been terrific.
You know, he's that good. He could have played in the Man City team I played in any position, and not just in goalkeeper.
Exactly.
You know, but double save at the weekend, made a great save again last night, and he's been absolutely brilliant. I know the forward players get all the credit, but he's been outstanding.
Give me a scoreline.
I'm going to go 2-0 Manchester City.
2-0 Man City, Spurs not to score. Okay, Spurs are 20-65. Can they go to the Etihad and stop the juggernaut that is Manchester City? Of course, BetSafe, the official betting partner of Manchester City, we're not biased, but maybe just a little bit. Odds on City are 6-11, 18-5 to draw. Good luck to all your bets. This has been an extended preview for the big one at the weekend at the Etihad. Man City against Spurs. I'll go 2-1. Paul's gone 2-0. He can't even let Spurs get a goal. Good luck with all your bets and keep it here with BetSafe.